All right, here we are. Deseret News full marathon. We are at the start line. We are at the top of Big Mountain. Fast downhill run. We're gonna end downtown Salt Lake City. Today on the Come Run With This project, we are gonna show you the first hour of a marathon, 30 seconds till go time, first hour of the marathon, and the last hour of the marathon. So 2 different episodes. We're gonna try not to die. We are woefully unprepared for this, but we are gonna show you how more
15 You don't have to be as prepared for a marathon as people think to do it.
You can do it.
10, some people think a marathon, 9, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're hard.
They're hard,
like,
but you can do it.
Crazy.
You can do it. We're going to show you that you can. So here we go.
3, 2, 1, go! Good luck, everyone!
Go, 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 go. Strava.
Strava and do a Run With Mojo post. We're doing our, might as well film us. We are going to be posting over at Run With Mojo. If you don't follow us over there on Instagram already, please do. And yeah, please just
here. I'm going to do I'll do a post.
Subscribe button for us.
Oh crap! It won't switch accounts.
I'll do it for you. Here we go.
Look.
Okay.
Maybe we just don't have good cell service here. I don't know.
There's not going to be anybody that reads the backs of these shirts.
Yeah,
this is a smaller marathon.
We're gonna pass all of them.
Okay, here we go. We are fired up. We are at the start line. We're at the very back, you know, because we plan on passing everybody, of course. But pray for us. We'll keep you posted at aid stations as we go. You ready, Spud?
Ready.
Let's do it. Okay,
oh wait,
hang on. Let's not go yet.
I'm not actually ready.
Don't go yet. Don't go yet. Abort.
Abort. Good, because I need my Strava. Okay, record, start. Okay.
And I've got, I'm posted.
Started this
I'm posted. Gotta do Strava.
Remember that one time when I was like, there's no way we'll be the last people? We might actually, because this is not as big of a marathon as I remember.
This is a very small marathon. Oh, we got some Metallica up in here. You guys are in for a treat today. Right on the Salt Lake County, border of Salt Lake County. You ready, Spud?
Oh.
Yeah, it definitely does not look like it.
Just give me a sec.
Playing a little pocket pool to get going today.
Okay. Zips up my stuff.
Let's show everybody the back of your shirt. These amazing shirts. Oh, they can't read it. I'll do it later.
Oh, man.
Okay. Dead last place. You can see the city down there. That's where we're going to be running to. We made these amazing shirts. These Run With Mojo shirts. They say Unstoppable on the front of them. They're cool. And I did not anticipate us being the very last people. We should have thought this through, I guess. We'll be passing some fools.
Yeah, we'll pass them.
Anyways, made these amazing Unstoppable shirts that on the back of them it says Run With Mojo, and then below it says board on your treadmill, and then it says, you know, come run with us project on YouTube or whatever. We're like, this is gonna be the best advertisement on the backs of our shirts, because everybody in the marathon is gonna be reading them, and literally, we might be the last 2 people to cross the finish line.
We're gonna pass people. We're gonna pass people.
Oh shit. Hold that for me for a second, would you?
Strava.
I started Strava.
Oh my gosh,
but I also
fallen off.
Spud has been he's been a real hassle this morning, if I'm being honest.
Seriously.
High maintenance. You know, let's stop, let's get your pants fixed. I mean, the video footage here is just gonna be garbage. If we were running that way, it might be kind of cool. If we did this, can you see us? Nope. It's just This is a bad start to the video. So, yeah, concept today is
don't die.
we're gonna do the first. We're gonna do the first hour. Is gonna be the episode 1 or part 1 of the episode, and then we're gonna do the last hour.
What side of the road are we supposed to be on?
I don't remember.
As we get hit by a car.
Hopefully we don't get tagged by this Harley that's coming up behind us. Okay. What are you digging this? We got some pacers up here.
Yeah.
Woohoo! What
What are you pacing?
you pacing? What is it?
Sweeping.
Oh, sweeping. Oh, so we got to at least get past you.
Yes.
Yes.
Our bad. Man, the amount of volunteers
The sweepers.
that make this thing happen. I didn't even know they had the sweepers.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense.
It's the first time I've been this far back.
We got people. We're coming up on peeps.
Can you
I know
see them?
this is more of a podcast.
Episode?
Yeah, you're gonna want to switch over to the podcast side of things since
Since you can't see
you can't
anything.
see anything. It's just
Ooh, but the next
So
one
it's
you'll
black.
be able to see it.
and if you'll remember, on the last episode, I hurt my knee. What was that? A week and a was that last
It was
weekend?
like just last weekend, last
Last
Sunday.
weekend.
Yeah.
And yeah, honestly, Spud, we ought to have you recording right now since the quality won't matter at all. Hand me the other one.
It's attached to my hand.
Let's not do that. You know, me and Spud, we've been tethering these things to our wrists, you know, which is it's good. You don't want to drop it, but I mean, it takes a lot to just accidentally drop this thing. We've been running with these things forever. Never dropped it, so
I just about accidentally dropped it.
did you?
As I was switching hands.
Well, what's that?
We're working on it. He said, are you content creators? And yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
We are too.
Very cool.
Doing a video running a marathon with no training.
Ooh,
Oh, it
that's
sounds
cool.
similar to what we're doing.
What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I mean, we've put in a little bit of work and we've ran a bunch of marathons. But this time we're just super unprepared on this one. So what's your show?
It's called Cactus King. We have
Cactus King?
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
Very cool, man. So check out at Cactus King. Am I saying that right?
At Cactus Gang.
Gang.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you guys call it?
We are the Come Run With Us project.
Okay.
So if you're bored on your treadmill, we go on cool trails, we do cool stuff, do races, and then middle of winter when you need to spend an hour on your treadmill, you can do it with us in the mountains, you know? Yeah. Well, good luck today.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a scorcher.
Yeah, this is probably the worst one to pick for the no training of a marathon, but hey, gonna make good content.
Yeah, content is
Gonna make good content.
exactly.
That's all that matters. Well, have fun, guys. Can't wait till they're passing us with no training.
Yeah. Like, ah, that was easy. That's a piece of cake.
Find them at the finish line, we're dying, and they're just like, hey, this was easy.
The Cactus Gang. All right, I'm gonna check that out. Sounds cool. Running a marathon with no training. We've at least done a little bit. And I promise you, we've got some cool stuff coming up. We have committed to doing a ultra marathon, 100 miler. And what did you say it was? February 16th through the 18th?
Yep.
2024?
Yeah, the ultra, it's called the Jackpot Festival in Las Vegas.
And we chatted about it a little bit on here.
It's gonna be so amazing. I think we should do 20 episodes. I'm just waiting
Well-
for you to go, nope,
Well, let's
we're not gonna do that.
Let's see what peeps think. So this is what this is a backyard ultra. So we're gonna do I'm gonna do the 24-hour timed.
You're not gonna sign up for the 48 just to sign up for the 48 and
I
be
don't
there
think so. I think I'm just
and
gonna
support.
go. Well, I guess I could do the 48, and when I get, my goal would be, I want to get to 100. And I feel like a backyard ultra, if you're not familiar with what that is, you basically have a loop, and this loop is how many miles, Spud?
It's 3 miles.
3 miles. So you have a loop Oh, I have a dear friend, gal on our team. Remind me to get back to this story. I've got a gal on our team, Carolyn, who's running the 5K, who is calling me right now.
Let's check in.
Check in with her. She's amazing. I've talked about her on the show. It's an amazing gal. She absolutely crushes in real estate. She's battling Lyme disease. She committed to doing the 5K and she's doing it. And yeah, just so proud to know her, have her on the team. Yeah, anyways. So, we were talking about the a backyard ultra.
Yep. 3 mile loop.
So it's a 3 mile loop, and you just run that for however much time you sign up for.
Yeah.
So we're doing the 48 hour. And so I did a 50 mile trail run earlier this year, and that was, you had to get from point A to point B. You know, this is, you just go out and you do as much as you can. You can stop. You can take a nap for an hour.
Yep.
If you want.
You can do whatever you want.
You just see how many loops you can do
48 hours.
in that 48 hours. And so if you're trying to get into ultras, I mean,
It really is the best
that's the way to go, for sure.
Yeah, I started with the 12 hour and did a 52.5 mile run. So I guess actually the loops are like 2.5 miles because we finished a loop.
And when
That's why it was 2.5.
Well, when Spud was originally trying to get me to run an ultra, and I swore on my life I never would. I was like, that sounds like the dumbest thing I've ever you could even possibly do. It's boring. You don't get anywhere. You don't see any new scenery. And now I'm starting to understand the value in it.
It really is so much just easier and better. And
I can see there being like the community. You can have family there at the,
yeah, and you can tell them where to go because you're in the same spot the whole time, so they can come anytime.
Ooh, we got a
do
custom fit Run with Mojo shirt up here.
Run with Mojo shirt.
She took matters into her own hands, got it all cut up, looking good in that.
Love the shirt.
Looking good in that fit. Woo! Yeah, she looks good. She got it all cut up, custom made.
That's awesome. But yeah, so the fact that you can go to one spot. I have family in Vegas, so it's always been fun to have.
And that's where it is. Did we say that?
Yeah.
It's in Las Vegas. Okay.
And so it's nice to have your family there. Like, my kids can go there. I mean, they never have, but like they could go there and like sit and like just hang out and watch. Like,
well, they could come and go. We could get a hotel for them.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
could come down, spend a few hours, see us every few miles, hang out, come in, get to see your kids, get recharged. So yeah, I'm seeing the benefit, especially I think if you're doing your first ultra or just wanting to see how far you can push yourself in a safe environment. That's the way to go.
Yeah, and they have food that they make. Like, they make a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And so it's so cool because you can just get food all the time.
Where?
And sometimes you're like, I don't feel like this. And then halfway through the other loop, or like this loop, you have their aid station and then you can have your own aid station. So it's cool because you basically don't have to worry about, like, if their food isn't something you want. I mean, I survived off Coke for the last, like...
Yeah, he means the drug.
Coca-Cola. I had that for the last, like, 20 miles of my 100. Because, man, it is, like, next level drug when you need it. So,
Let's do a little promo for this race we're running right now.
Okay.
So, this is the Deseret News Marathon. It takes place on July 24th. Starts in the mountains up above Salt Lake City, and it runs right through downtown, and ends at Liberty Park, which is massive park that's just outside of the city. This is the oldest marathon west of the Mississippi, right? Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
It's kind of small.
And I trust whatever people say.
It is.
What's up, John?
Hey,
How
guys.
you guys doing?
Good.
Good. Yeah, love it.
It's the best way to do it.
A little scenic.
You guys live streaming this?
Not live
recording it.
streaming. Yeah, we have a YouTube channel. So yeah, it'll be fun. We're doing the first hour and the last hour to show the contrast. So yeah, come run with this project. This episode will launch end of August. So
All right.
Yeah, check it out. So, anyways, it's actually dramatic. The last 2 years, we've sponsored the Utah Valley Marathon, which is massive. I mean, how many people do you think run that full?
Well, there's
Maybe like
2,000.
2,000 that run the full?
2,000 that do each race usually. So they have between 5 and 6,000.
And that's Utah Valley. That's down in Utah County in Provo. That starts up above Provo, Utah, where like Brigham Young University is located. Runs down Provo Canyon and ends right on Provo Main Street. And this is our first time. We sponsored this last year.
Yeah.
But we didn't run this race last year. And it's dramatically smaller. It's a really cool little intimate race, super downhill. As I'm sure now that it's getting brighter, you're starting to see. I mean, we are up in the mountains. I think we start at 7,600 feet elevation and end around, is it 4,600 feet
I didn't even look.
elevation?
That is one thing about me you'll have to know. I never look at the race.
The elevation profile?
No, I don't look at any of it. I don't look at the where we're going, where we're running. I don't look at elevation. I don't want to know.
The significance of the day that it takes place on, July 24th. We're running on a Monday right now. It's a state holiday. It is, it's called Pioneer Day. And is it the day that Utah gained independence, or is it just the day that the pioneers came down out of the mouth of Immigration Canyon and first came upon the Salt Lake Valley?
I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay, so this route that we are going to run down Immigration Canyon. The reason it's called Immigration Canyon is the Mormon pioneers that fled Nauvoo, Illinois, to find refuge, walked across the plains, walked all the way on pushing hand carts, and ultimately came down Immigration Canyon out into the Salt Lake Valley. And as soon as the then prophet Brigham Young saw the valley, he said, "This is the place." That is up right at the mouth of Immigration Canyon. We will run past the This Is the Place Heritage Park. It's right by Hogle Zoo, which is a great little zoo. And so there's some definite, like, you know, this is the oldest running marathon. There's some cool stuff that goes on with this. We're getting to run a marathon on a Monday, which is cool. So yeah, 24th of July, Salt Lake City. Today's gonna be a scorcher. It's gonna be hot.
I'm gooing it up already for it.
Spud's already gooing. See, I had my rocket fuel, which, as you all know, is an Uncrustable, which I think in our future we're gonna make some merch, and that merch is gonna say rocket fuel, and it's gonna be below an Uncrustable, and I think that MFR is gonna sell. It's gonna sell like hotcakes.
Honestly, I used to love Uncrustables.
You know who you look like in this hat? Can we see Spuds? You look like Jimmy Dugan off of A League of Their Own. You know, that old school baseball cap?
Yeah, thank you.
From when the boys went to war.
I will take that. I will take that. I kind of regretting it right now.
The marathon? Or the
No,
hat?
well, all of it actually, but
I only run in a hat.
the hat, it's hot, and I'm gonna dunk it in water, and I don't know how I'm gonna do that with my mic. So I've been really worried about that.
Yeah, we can't get these
'Cause,
mics.
like-
So you'll see, we got these mics on the side of
I
our...
put it right there because honestly, right here, it kept hitting this collarbone, and this shirt's so loose. I've never wore a large, and it's definitely like a lot looser. So I'm kind of feeling a little bit weird with some stuff.
You know, Spud's the talent. So, and I'm just the executive producer, the financier, the director. You know, like I said, again, the money.
The make it happen guy for
I'm the
sure.
boom
'Cause
guy.
I would not show up.
I'm the research guy, and I do that, and I stay off camera, and I let this guy
And then I do this.
I let this guy do work.
Because I'm so neat and I'm so cool, and you couldn't do this without this awesome fool.
So with that, Spud,
made that up.
I'll just hold the microphone. I'll just hold it near your mouth and run and hold the camera.
got your hands like this, just
Yeah. Show us again. Show us the
just
example.
holding like, hey, I got you, Spud.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
it'll be like this. You can be holding the camera perfect. Microphone up here. Okay, Spud, tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that
Actually,
for the next 25 miles.
I would appreciate that. Let's just do that.
Okay, what's this sign say?
2
I
miles.
think it's gonna say mile 18. Let's see. Oh, no, shit. 2 miles.
Don't you
Okay.
do that to my brain.
Okay. Hey, honestly, fastest 2 miles of my life.
Yeah,
So I'm feeling good.
feeling good, like I should.
There's something about race day, man. You just feel invincible. I gotta shut it down a little bit. So, as you know, we are wildly underprepared for this marathon. We're not the Cactus Gang. We're not out here running one with zero training.
But pretty close.
We're pretty close. We tried to do a 18 miler last week. Before we even left, we said, let's do a 15. Ended up running for 7 and walked back 3 because I had hurt my knee. So
We'll
great,
see how that
great
works out for
confidence
today.
builder week before a marathon. Ooh,
Oh,
should've-
dude, it just got cold a little bit, didn't it?
yeah, feels good.
I felt way good.
Feels really good.
I would like it to continue to stay cold. That would be great.
So
It was 85 degrees on the drive here, which
yeah,
was
we sponsored this race and we handed out, shirts, and we gave out starting line beanies because I've never ran a marathon that I didn't freeze my ass off waiting for it to start. Never. Doesn't matter dead of summer, where it's at, half marathon,
always cold.
always freezing cold. So we thought we had this amazing idea. We'll hand out starting line beanies, and we actually had like 600 left over that we wanted to get rid of. So we created a smart idea around getting rid of them in the middle of summer. So, and I was telling everybody, they're like, we're not gonna need those. And I was like, no, trust me, man.
It's gonna be
I'm
so
a veteran.
hot.
You're gonna need them. You are gonna need these beanies. Nope. It was
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little
Not
bit.
even a little bit. Yeah, definitely no reason for the beanie.
But what I was getting at was, we've done very little training. And so for me, it's crazy important that I stay as close to zone 2 as possible.
Oh,
And if you don't know what zone 2 is, it's basically, we've talked about this a bunch. So, but again, we have no clue which show you're on,
Yep.
which ones we've put out. We're still a little foggy in the full execution of this, but zone 2, zone 1 would be like a walking pace, low heart rate, very easy, very minimal effort. A stroll, a casual, leisurely stroll in a shaded park, perfect 75-degree weather. That's zone 1. Zone 2 is you're just barely above a while. You're in a really casual jog, and the easiest way to know if you're in zone 2 or not, obviously, if you can get a watch. See, my watch says I'm well above zone 2, but if you can carry a casual conversation like we are right now.
yep. And if you can talk while you're running, that's always been my test. I've never actually had any of the digital stuff or the heart rate monitor stuff. I always just, if I can talk,
And
at a
Spud
good
is the
pace,
OG.
then I know I can do it.
Spud, it's funny because, when I got into running, when Spud got me into running 3.5 or so years ago, he would tell me all this stuff and I'd think he was stupid. And the first marathon we did, I just hauled ass. I was in great shape. I had trained my ass off. And it was just kind of one of those, like, every training run, I'm just gonna go out and run as fast as I MFing can. And I did great, and I didn't think I needed him. And then as the years have gone on, I'll listen to a podcast that gives us good advice. And I'll be like, Spud, hey,
Morning.
good morning. Look at this crusher. Love your hair color. Yeah. Got the same lovely, rich kind of auburn red that my daughter Lily has. But anyways, and I'll be like, dude, this guy on this podcast I'm listening to, he talks about zone 2, and you keep your heart rate here and here, here. and I find out that that's literally what Spud's been telling me, you know, since Jump Street.
But I didn't say it in a cool way like a podcast.
Yeah, he didn't. You're not Rich Roll. And that's where I first heard about Rich Roll. He's interviewing Peter Attia and talking about it. So,
and that's when Joey was sold.
If you get hooked to this show, which we think the YouTube channel is gonna be better because there's the two of us, and you know we can only entertain for so long. We're not that interesting, but the places we take you, we always say that's our guest star that we have on the show every week, is these cool trails that we take you on, or the races that we run with you. And so it's more of a YouTube channel than a podcast, but you're welcome. You're
To
welcome
each
to
his own
listen.
if you want to watch it.
Yeah, you can just imagine the places we take you, you know?
I know we gotta do better at describing it. I know that. I will work on that, people.
Well, like I said, I'm the research guy. So it's really on me to research these areas, give them information regarding these areas, and I also have to be the cameraman.
I was gonna hold it.
I'm gonna hand it to Spud. I'm the other guy. So prepare to get nauseous.
I just have a hard time because I'm trying so hard to
He's not the most stable
not
cameraman
die.
in the world.
So right now, my struggles, because I want to be real with everybody, is my feet and legs are just so tired.
Right now, you're
downhill
feeling
is
tired?
kicking my ass.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I feel it in my knees.
Is it because
hips.
we worked the expo all day on
I have no
Saturday?
idea, but
Well,
they are hurting.
okay. Here, this is my chance to return all of those favors, all of those coaching favors you've given me. It's my chance to return the favor, okay? We're sitting there waiting for the race to start, and Spud was laying down. He sat up, leaned forward in the direction of his toes, and said, "This is the most I've stretched all year."
That is true.
So-
That is true.
I'll give you a tip.
I need to stretch
Let me
more.
give you a little tip. Man, stretching is the lifeblood. Saturday at the expo, we were set up, the packet pickup, I should call it, right?
Yeah.
Everybody that's ran a race knows packet pickup. We were right next to the stretch lab. Went and got stretched out there. That was amazing. And I've been rolling because, again, so underprepared from a running standpoint.
I gotta run in the dirt for a minute.
But I have stretched this week, and I have a vibrating roller that you have to do it alone because it looks a little pornographic at times. But you roll out, you know, obviously your hips, cross your leg, roll out your hips and whatnot. But I found, man, you get the inside, your inner groin, and not only does it feel fabulous, if I'm just being honest with the vibrating part of it, it really loosens up the hips. So give that a whirl.
Yeah, I do have one of those. I really should have done
You have a
that.
vibrating roller?
Oh, it's not a roller. It's just a little gun. thingy.
Gotcha. Yeah. And then I do my belt stretches, which one of these days I'll have to show everybody what I mean by belt stretches, because God, they're just God's gift to being able to run. Okay, so this will complete my, minus the 5K. About 10 years ago, I did the 10K on this. Fun little race, did it with a bunch of friends. I've done the half marathon, I think 3 times on this race. Super fun race. And my fastest year on that was 2 years ago. I averaged 7:30, and I
dang.
stopped at 2 porta potties because I ate Cancun Cafe the night before. Didn't work so well. So really, I think I was averaging like a 7-minute mile. I was hustling. And that was my fastest half marathon ever with 2 poop breaks.
Dang,
Yeah,
that's impressive.
it was. It was cool. And I'm not that into it where I'm not willing to stop. So,
That's pretty impressive though. Like 7:30 is an awesome time.
look at you guys. They're back.
Oh no!
So so obviously it's not just a running thing. You guys just go and do stuff. You try stuff for people. Is that right? Give me an example.
One time, I spent 24 hours in the gym, and I worked out like 2 times.
What? All right, let's get these guys on here.
Oh yeah, something practice getting ready.
Yeah,
About 5K on YouTube.
Nice.
hell yeah. Well, and you made some money and spent all that on these custom shirts, it looks like. Those things are going to be completely destroyed. They're going to be by the end of this thing, man. It's a good thing I got that on video before they were ruined.
I have to go pee.
Okay. Can you catch up?
Nope. You're gonna have to wait.
Ooh, well, we're coming up on an aid station anyway, so we need to do our first promo. Okay. All right, so maybe this is mile 2.5. There's Spud.
Oh,
You'll hear him. You'll hear the pee through his microphone, which is gonna be super fun. Mile 3, wow. This thing's cruising along. We're gonna be in the teens before we know it. Gosh, these amazing people that get up at the ass crack of dawn. Thank you so much. I'm a big walk through
Good job.
aid stations type of a guy. Still waiting on Spud. It's all good. We're in no rush. Okay. So yeah, on my watch, I started a little late, and this isn't my Strava. We're 29
I'll take some
minutes
water if
into
you
it,
don't mind.
and we've gone 2.87. So
Can I just hurry and top this off
Okay.
with one of those?
okay, actually, we're probably 30 something into it. And we've gone 3. So hell, if we can average,
No, thank
we
you.
can average 5.5, 6 miles an hour. We just might be all right. We just might be all right. There's our guy. Oh yeah, no, okay. I wasn't handing this to you. I wanted to show you that I got it. I'm gonna carry it.
He was handing it to me, everyone. Don't let him fool you. I just gotta open this up just a minute.
See how much battery life we got. We still got tons of battery life. We got 57%. So this episode is basically gonna be, we run this battery all the way down. This is, I bet, messing with people's minds. Let me get a little closer to you.
I don't know why it would mess people's minds.
This is an optical illusion.
He's just running at me. Or am I running at him? Who's running at who? Who's running at who?
Okay, I still got all the cameras and all the stuff. You're gonna take that one? Okay. Stop.
Look at how mad he
Me
gets.
and Spud, well, we got in an argument a few episodes ago, and Spud's just like, look, man, the people are just gonna have to deal with me being me. That's what makes this special. It's just me being me, man. And I'm like, okay, but we're also trying to put quality content out in the video, long form social media
Let's admit
world.
though, that's Joey's idea.
And I'm like, you can't just like work, because we're real estate agents, right? That's how we pay the bills around here. And like, you can't just like, you can't just be like, oh, I suck at real estate, but buy a house with me because it's me being me. It's me
Actually,
sucking at real estate.
So I did read this really great book. It's called The Do Giver. No, The Go Giver.
Go giver.
Instead of The Go Getter, it's called The Go Giver.
Recommended by
And-
our mutual hero friend named
Yep.
Shag. You will hear us talk about him
Every
ad
episode.
nauseum. Yeah.
And it talks about how 90% of it is you, 10% is your knowledge. And so I'm gonna go with thank you to all those people that come out and do their business with us, because 90% of it is who we are and only 10% is our knowledge, supposedly. But I'm gonna go with that's me to a T, because 90% of people just do business with me because I am super fun. We'll have fun hanging, we'll go look at houses, I'll definitely get to know you really well, you'll know all about me, and yeah, basically best friends. So, which I like, So if you don't want to be my best friend and buy a house with me, I'm okay with that.
It's hard not to be Spud's best friend. You will immediately become his best friend. And like a puppy where they they do a lot of shit wrong. You know, they poop on the carpet, they chew up your slippers, they fart whenever they want. But they can kind of do no wrong because they just love you unconditionally. They're so excited when you get home that they piss on the floor. You know, like,
Why is it everything you're saying is just exactly what I do?
yeah, it's just Spud. He's the world's greatest hype man. He loves easy. He thinks, yeah, he's that guy. You know, kind of just like me.
Yeah. So the same. Every time I see you, you don't give me that look sometimes like, oh, I gotta deal with this for a minute.
I do genuinely care about people, and I do genuinely want the best for people. I just feel like sometimes you have to point out flaws. You know, have to be a little bit of a dick sometimes.
No, let's be honest.
Get the best out of people.
You do really good at making people achieve greatness because you give them the good criticism.
Hey, take this marathon, for example. You know, we got like 5 people on our team to sign up for a big race. And like you said,
Yeah.
I'm great at getting people to achieve greatness. And, you know, it's just you and I. Just you and I out here. So, I mean,
He's not bitter
yeah, I
at
hear
all.
what you're saying. I got everybody motivated. Got them
Well,
going.
but this is your only downfall is you get everybody super hyped, you get people into it, but then you need to work on your follow-up. You have to have that constant like follow-up, and I feel like you're one of the people like me that we don't need somebody to like continue to tell us to do the great thing that you committed to, you know, a few months ago. And so, well, you just need to get better at like
And I
being
will say
more
this
hype
is our
man.
third year of Run with Mojo, and we have gotten a bunch of people to do big races. We had,
Yeah.
you know, we had gals on our team that did a full that wouldn't have. They did it last year. You know, so we've done some things. I was just, hard on myself. So anyways, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
Please continue.
just don't be hard on yourself. You get everybody to do great things. You just need to, you know, if I was being Joey in this moment and being like the real guy, I'd say we just got to work on our follow-up. Follow through 2 people to make sure they do great things.
I was gonna say, I don't know how much harder we could have followed through. We're out here running a marathon.
No,
Like,
I'm
you
just
know,
saying like 4 other people. Like sometimes you have to be like, okay, we're going running this Saturday. We're coming to pick you up.
Yeah, and we did have bigger plans for doing group runs and stuff, but we launched this YouTube channel, so.
But I think everything we're doing is getting so
And you know what?
much better.
You're right. You know what? We're actually creating an environment. We're creating a platform that we can actually inspire even more people.
Yeah.
You know, we can, and again, Spud and I have always said this. If we have 10 people that get inspired from us doing this stuff and seeing how achievable some of these things that we do are, some of these runs that we go on, how easy it is to get up in the mountains on a Sunday or Saturday morning and be healthy and honestly how much more capable people realize they are to go out and run a marathon. You know, like if 10 people say like, yeah, I watched that and that's cool and I'm inspired to do it, then we have won. And I've got some people that are not on the team, but just people that saw the journey on the 50 miler and saw our call to action on our Run with Mojo page of, to come do stuff with us, come run with us. And I, like my nephew, he's out here running his first full today, in a little bit better shape than we are. So he's up there a little ways.
Corey Strides is here.
Coach
We
Corey
got him
Strides.
to do it.
Yeah,
He was going to do a marathon probably anyway, but he did this one specifically because of us.
Yeah.
I mean, in all reality, like, I'm so happy because I've gotten almost everybody I know into running, and I've got them to run a marathon.
Which is huge. I mean, you're really the linchpin.
But but just being able to get more people that I don't know to do hard things, because I have truly told every single person I know, like, you can run a marathon, you can run 100 miles, and by that I mean walk a lot for a long period of time.
Yeah, you can
go
feet to
100 miles.
Yeah.
But like, I truly believe that with every fiber of my being, that anybody can do anything hard after I've done it, because I was so overweight.
Well, you got the name
I
Spud.
never ran.
Got the name Spud because he kind of looked like a little potato.
I was 100% a little potato. And then I just started doing things, and it was like, wow, Like, if I can do it, anybody can. So anybody I run into that thinks they can't, I'm just like, no.
You can't.
Like, anybody can if I got to this point. Because everybody only sees this point.
I mean, let's
They
talk
don't see
about
the
the
10
real
years.
the real leader in this group is Spud. So I'll use the example of, we have this group of buds, and we do a golf trip, a guy's getaway.
I know where you're going. I know
Every
where you're
year.
going with this.
And, you know,
I got to run on the dirt. Sorry to interrupt you, but sometimes
do.
the dirt makes your knees, joints, body feel way better. So
yeah,
if you're hurting a little bit, run in the dirt or the rocks.
anyways,
Continue.
we put this thing together tons of time in advance, and I took the initiative, you know, because I'm the guy that does the work, Spud's the talent, and I'm getting tee times booked, I'm scheduling stuff, and I'm putting it all on this group thread, and it is crickets. Nobody is answering, nobody's doing anything. I don't know if people are coming for these tee times. I had to put deposits down, you know, just doing all the legwork and getting nothing. And Spud and I see each other, you know, almost every day in the office, and you could see how frustrated and disappointed I was. And I had made a comment on there. I was like, okay guys, we had planned to go up late Thursday, play Thursday night. Is that what it was?
No, it was go up
Oh, Friday.
Friday
Play
morning.
Friday. Oh yeah.
And then be there Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, come
So
on
we had a
Sunday.
late,
and we were just gonna golf
Friday.
our butts off.
yeah, so we had a Friday tea time in the afternoon, and then a Saturday and a Sunday morning.
Yeah. And so I tell everybody, like, hey guys, I got that Friday one booked. And like a couple people are like, oh God, we actually work for a living. We can't make it up on a Friday. And I made the comment of like, oh yeah, no, I get it. You've only had 11 weeks to get this afternoon off. And at no point did you say not gonna be able to make it on Friday. So of course I should have just assumed that half of y'all weren't coming up on a Friday afternoon. But my comment was on the thread was like, yeah, no, I get it. You've only had 11 weeks to get this afternoon off. And then of course, then it's crickets again. I get it, it was a shitty comment. And I'm getting nothing from anybody. And so finally I'm like, Spud, do you mind commenting on there? Just seeing where people are at. Spud put some little, he could have put he probably put like a little shit emoji on there, and the phone lines just light up.
That's not true. I actually specifically reached out to each person with the specific event and said, oh, it'd be like this time when you did this, and then you did this. And I tried to make them feel,
I'm gonna step into the bathroom real quick.
I tried to make those people feel
No,
like we had some history,
One-
and it worked.
well, I mean, and I guess if that's what it was, cool. I'm gonna poop.
If that's what it was, cool. I'm gonna poop.
Point being,
That's Joey.
I was working my ass off. I was doing all the heavy lifting, and Spud sends a couple of texts. And everybody's like, "Oh God, thanks, Spud. You're the best. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll be there, bro. Whatever you need." I'm trying to talk loud so that people can't hear me going to the bathroom.
No, you're good. Yeah, Joey's always the guy that gets stuff together.
Go.
Good luck. Have fun, guys.
Do you have the camera on the honey bucket
Joey
so they
does.
know kind of?
Yeah, no, the camera's just looking at the door of the honey bucket. No big deal.
Okay.
You just keep pooping.
There is an advertisement in here on the door that says you can win your own honey bucket by entering the hashtag honey bucket selfie on.
The fact that you're just now seeing that makes me laugh because I've seen that so many times going, man, I want to do a honey bucket selfie.
But I mean, are they like psyched about winning their own honey bucket?
I mean, I would love a honey bucket, to be 100%
Where you gonna put
honest.
that thing?
Like, I would give anything to have a honey bucket. It'd be like having your own personal toilet.
I probably should have turned off my mic for this. Let's be honest. This is probably grossing people out.
It's not gross at all.
It's natural. Spud always says it.
Yeah,
never say sorry for
apologize
something that's natural. That's why he's always dropping Spud darts on the program.
But also, like, I've learned over my life that I had a lot of shame about bodily functions, and I still don't know where they came from. And so I really, really, really just want the world. And again, if it's just one person that goes, you know what? I have also felt that way, Spud. Like, I don't know where it came from. Just
Well, let's
always-
be honest. If you're a runner, like we've always said, it's not weird to talk about poop. It's that's all just on the table.
It is on the table. Man, this content I'm getting right now, just dialed. Just dialed.
Well, for the first time, the camera's not shaking when you're holding it, so that's cool.
That's not true. That's not true. I'm naturally shakier than most people, so you're gonna notice a little bit of a shake to it. But look how cool this is. Look at this neat little ravine. Oh, my shoulder's so sore right now. Thanks for wearing our shirt. Her little custom shirt is so much cooler than Joey's.
Yeah.
Look at Joey's.
Why didn't we cut ours up?
Look at Joey's, okay?
Hold on, let me
Board on your
get
treadmill?
situated. I just got out. I just got out of the porta potty, bro, and you're
Hopefully I got poop on his back.
golly.
Oh, it kind of actually does look like you got something on your... Oh, it's because we were sitting on the ground. That's...
Let's hope.
It's
Let's
not,
hope.
It's not anything.
God, for the first time in my life, I haven't wanted tens of thousands of viewers.
Okay, now we can.
Would you back off? I'll get your shirt. How about? I haven't even done my pants up yet, bro. Give me that. Come in front of me. Come on.
How am I supposed to run if I can't stop laughing?
The long, lonely road.
Okay.
Yep, there it is. Okay, now I tried showing this earlier today. So we have these incredible Run with Mojo shirts, and we did the custom lettering on the bottom that asks the question, bored on your treadmill? Which of course, everybody's bored
Everybody's
on their treadmill.
bored.
We get a little closer. And so at YouTube, Come Run With Us project, August 2023. And we were like, man, this is just gonna be the best advertisement. And
Hey,
Here we
4
are.
people have seen it.
here we are.
At least 4.
Last place. And you know the sucky thing about this? I was talking about, when we started this run, I was talking about how this run's so cool because it's Pioneer Day and they actually have you run right down the parade route the last few miles of the race. It's on the parade route, and so the streets are just lined with people. And all this energy, man, it feels like you're in the Boston Marathon. It's insane. Well, little disclaimer that I found in my race packet last night is that if you're later than 9 o'clock, which we most certainly will be, they divert you basically down an alleyway to get to the finish line. So we had this plan of the last hour of the race being super cool, all these people cheering, all this energy, and
That may not be the case now.
that's just not going to be the case. That's just not.
But the finish line might be fun. Like, we still got to go to the finish line.
Yeah, it probably won't be.
I
We
love that positive. Probably won't be. Just know.
well, so for the longest time, we planned on doing this. We picked which race we were going to sponsor at the beginning of the year, and it was this one. And Spud always gives me shit because he's like, hey, let's go do these and run together. And I'm super competitive, and I'm usually really well prepared for these. And so I'm like, yeah, okay. And then after like 10 minutes, I just can't. I just have to go as fast as I can. So Spud told me, a month or two ago, a couple months ago, like, hey, wouldn't it be awesome to film an episode during the marathon? And I was like, yeah, but there's no chance in hell of me doing that because, I'm going to be super prepared for that. And
Sprinting down the mountain at full speed.
I'm going to want to go as fast as I can go. And so I was like, yeah, that's a dumb idea. Well, what was it? 3-4 weeks ago?
Yeah, you're like, yeah. Yes,
3-4 weeks
let's
ago, I
definitely
call
do an
Spud
episode.
and I'm like, hey, we're definitely recording an episode. My idea. No, we're definitely recording an episode. And
His idea.
no, my idea was the first hour, last hour concept. And this gal's even got pink in her hair. She's like, we need to get her to model our stuff for us.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna be the model for all of our future shirts.
What a badass. What a badass. So
we'll be seeing a lot of you because we plan on
Yeah.
speeding up, slowing
Yeah,
down,
let's-
speeding up, slowing down. So I'm sorry in advance.
what's your name? What's your name?
Annika.
Annika. Nice to
Annika.
meet you. I'm Joey's Spud.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you. So, anyways, we're making it. We're doing it.
The hour and an hour beginning thing is way better than my initial recording the whole thing.
Yeah. Spud wanted it was all like, let's record the entire 100 miler. 48
I
hours.
still want to record the whole 100 miler. But that's okay. I think the cool thing about the 100 miler would just be snippets. So almost to have the mic on and take out the thing whenever I'm at like a high and a low.
Well, let's.
And I think it'd be fun to do like a whole episode of just like 5-minute sequences of like per loop. If that makes sense.
We're in trouble.
Like,
There we
you're
go.
not in trouble. It comes out.
That's
Yeah, you just gotta twist it. You
nice.
just gotta twist it and put it back together.
Okay. Yeah, because you've done a ton of research on this, and you made sure the equipment was good to go.
That's not true, actually. I have not done any of that.
Well, what we'll do, and maybe you can tell us, is we can do a couple different things. Because I had the thought of we could record every time we come into the aid station. What do you call it? Like base camp on a backyard ultra?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like base camp. I like that.
So we'll call it base camp for this. I was thinking we could record every time we come into base camp, and that could be the show.
Yeah.
And then we could put on our Run with Mojo, at Run with Mojo on Instagram. We could do that and have we're in the shit. We
Yeah.
are miserable. Kill us now type of a thing.
That's true. That would be kind of cool. I would also like to consider, maybe doing like one of every 10 loops we do. So every 30 miles, we do one full 3-mile loop, and potentially do,
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great idea. We could set it forth that we're gonna do loop, every 10th loop or something.
yeah,
We do a show, or we could do so that way we're doing 100 miles. We could make it a 5-part series.
yeah,
So we do all the aid stations. So we start, say goodbye, whatever. Aid stations, 10-mile loop, 20-mile loop. That's the end of part 1. And then part 2 starts with each aid station after that until 30 and 40. That's a great idea. Look, we're in this space because we run a lot, we like it, and we know that there's nothing out here like this, so you're welcome. You're
You are
welcome.
It is really fun and exciting.
It is exciting.
But 100 miler would be like the ultimate, cool little, sub episode in, have a bunch of episodes in an episode, and then have a bunch of random content for funsies, because a lot of people do not know what that's like,
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even know what the, experience is. And to be honest with you, if I would have seen more content about ultras and been just it being easily accessible and normal, or just normal people were doing it. Because the reason I got into ultras was because of this guy named Corey Reese. He has this book called Nowhere Near First, and it's just a normal dude like us that does 100 milers and is always fighting cutoff time and barely makes it. And he's always been this guy that I read his book and I was like, why is this the coolest thing ever? And it's so fun to just see normal people. And so that's what made me think that ultras were achievable. And then I finally got into them. So read the book. It's really great.
What's it called again?
Nowhere Near First by Corey Reese.
Nowhere Near First. You haven't even told me about that book yet.
It's because on Audible he reads it, and I've heard nothing but bad things about it because of how he reads the book. And so it's got really low reviews, and so it's a book you'd probably have to read.
Gotcha.
And so I've just not really ever, because I know that that's not you. I might download it and listen to it and see if it's as bad as everybody says, but
I can get past. I don't love a poorly narrated book. The voice can affect how much I like it. But I mean, we're runners. Runners know this. You rail through so many books, so many podcasts, you know, when you're training, that you just kind of get over that part and you start looking for good content, good info.
Yeah, and it's awesome. It's great content. Maybe that could be one of our book club books.
Yeah, we'll do a book club once a month on
Ooh,
this
we could
show.
do an episode of the book club at the 100.
Ooh.
Be like, oh my gosh, why don't we do Nowhere Near First on the 100? I like the 50 miler.
See, and now that I'm thinking about it, we may need to boil this down just a little bit, because it's gonna be the same loop.
And we're probably not going to be running together that often.
I think we will.
Because like I stuck with my one buddy, but that's because he was willing to die for me when I was laying on the ground. And I don't know if you're gonna be willing to stand there going, okay, I guess I'll just wait here.
Oh yeah,
while you lay on the ground.
You and that buddy have been through more than us, I'm sure. Whoever it is, you know.
No,
you guys
I'm
been
saying
friends
that
since
because
kids. You guys work together.
No,
You guys
he
Yeah,
just
no, I
did
get
not.
it.
He did not have any goal or any running.
I'm not going to either.
Oh, okay.
I absolutely will not. Like if we can get there, cool. But that's why I'm doing this one.
Okay.
Is because it's bite-sized pieces, you know? It's achievable.
I like it. So what do we have to boil it down to though?
Well, I was thinking like maybe only a couple of loops. You know, maybe 3, like 30, 60, 90 or something. Like, because first of all, we don't know how far we're going. So I guess that does impact it, but
Well, no, all I was saying is you do one
I think it's got to be
3-mile
more.
loop.
It's got to be more on us. Like the trail isn't going to be interesting to people.
Yeah, no, that's
It's going
why
to be our state of being.
that's why I'm saying you do one loop. I'm saying one 3-mile loop every 10 miles. So they get to see where you're at for 3 miles. So it's 30 minutes, maybe 45, maybe an hour. And it's just every 10 miles you take them for a loop. And you're talking about where you're at.
50 miles, or was that 5 miles?
That's 5. Okay. But, so yeah, I'm not saying like take them for 10 miles. I'm saying take them for 3 miles.
No,
every
I
10
know
miles.
that. I was saying that too.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying like, because the audience experience would literally be us at base camp for a minute, and then it would just be the same trail again.
Yeah.
For us, it would be 2 hours later or whatever.
Well, I know. I'm just thinking like
For them, it would just be the same trail
just
on
the
repeat.
content though of like
That's why I'm
hearing
saying
where you're at.
we need to spread it out. We need to do like every 20 miles.
Okay.
So that you can really see our state of being deteriorate. You know?
Yeah. Hopefully we don't come back though. Like hopefully we don't have a good 5 miles and they're watching us and they're like, oh my gosh, these guys are amazing.
What's that gonna look like? You know, like mile 80 where we're just miserable and we're just cursing. And we're walking and what's that gonna look like, huh?
Oh, it's gonna look real bad because we are gonna be hurting.
Okay.
And I only say that because I remember walking and calling Corey at like mile 80 being like, hey, I really want to quit.
Woo! Look at those epic volunteers. They were the people at the first aid station. Let me see that small guy. Okay, this is Little Dell Reservoir.
Oh, let me show you. That's a reservoir. That's where water's held in a reservoir. So people put water in reservoirs for holding of water.
No,
And they're made for reservorations.
What's
And that's
super
why they
neat-
do it.
Yeah, that we're all a little bit dumber having heard that. So, rad thing about this is because of the epic record-setting winter we just had, this MFer is chock full, baby. Back in the day, you go on this road, and I mean, you're down probably, I don't know, 30, 40 feet. You think about a reservoir, 30, 40 feet, cubic feet, you know, I mean, that's bananas.
That is bananas.
There's so much water.
So much water.
You know what's crazy?
I have to pee again.
That is crazy. That's the story.
Well, I've been drinking more over the last 48 hours
Yeah.
than I probably drank in like
Long time.
A month or two, because I was so worried about not dying.
Yeah. What was that gal's name that we met? Anika?
No.
Annika.
Annika.
Annika Sorstam.
Hey!
Oh man,
You're wearing our favorite color.
you guys are like
Is
angels.
this water?
Yes.
Yes.
And then you guys have Powerade too, or just water at this one?
Gatorade over
Thank you.
How do we make your life
appreciate you
easier
being
by
out
not
here.
making a mess?
We're not dying a little bit inside.
Where is there a trash can?
Is that water
Oh,
as
there
well?
it is. Okay.
Oh. I'm gonna do another water.
right here.
Oh,
Thank you.
might do another.
Not
Gatorade.
even hurting. Not even hurting. I'm so excited for the next 20 miles.
We're
I'm
in,
fine.
we're in peak physical
Peak
condition, so
physical.
don't worry about us.
Can't even feel the heat yet. Okay, guys. I was lying 100%. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the heat. I feel like I'm a sweaty rhino. And I got Jim Carrey coming out of me. It's not
Rhino
good.
might be a little too athletic, and maybe let's go with like hippo. You know?
No, you want to know why?
Why?
I'm a sweaty fake plastic rhino because in Ace Ventura 2,
Oh, right.
when he's in there and he's drenched in
It's hot in
sweat,
these rhinos.
that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Like I feel like I am in. So I wasn't like a rhino. I'm in a plastic rhino sweating to death.
Got ya. Okay.
And I don't understand why. It's not, sun's not even out. Like I am a little nervous now. But
We're an
remember what we
hour in.
said,
Oh,
anybody can
we're
do.
killing it.
Anybody can do this. I'm
We're
peeing.
killing it. Are you really?
Yeah, I've got to pee.
Give me that.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm not, because
You're
it's
not
my
sorry.
body's natural thing to pee. Joey, Joseph.
I'll be up there. Is this, did they just stack these? I'm an old brick mason, okay? They just stacked these cinder block on top of each other with no mortar. That's gonna last.
It looks like it's been
that'll
here
be
20
there for
years.
the test of time. Don't you guys worry about that.
Is this a
That's
bathroom?
definitely gonna fall down. I think so.
Is
I
there?
think so.
Look at the bird poop.
I like how the birds built the nest within the little pokey things to keep birds from building a nest. That's interesting.
It's not a bathroom. It's not a
I
bathroom.
think it is on the other side.
Oh, here it is.
Okay, I'll just be walking, brother. You got to catch up. Do you want me to
Why?
hang out? I'll hang out. So bad. Should we go learn about Little Dell Reservoir while we're waiting for the Tinkle King? The Tinkle King of Utah? Okay, so Watershed Recreation is filled with excellent opportunities for year-round recreation. The Wasatch Front Watershed offers something for everyone. Shown here are just a few of the many ways to enjoy the outdoors within the watershed and how to reduce your impact. Remember that the watershed is fragile. As you enjoy it, treat it with respect. Okay. They have a guy climbing on a vertical wall as part of the watershed. I'm not sure how that works. Look at that stride. Look at that stride. You know, this has been the most eventful first 5.5 miles of a marathon I've ever ran. See ya. We've peed, we've pooped, we've talked, we've cried, we've laughed. And see how
Well,
much we
I
got.
sprinted it out way too hard out of that bathroom.
Yeah, what I was like, what in the hell are you doing?
You ready for
Okay.
a break?
So we're gonna close
Ooh,
out.
uphill.
We're gonna close out this episode
Okay.
here pretty soon.
Yeah, then I'm gonna open it up, and the next time you see me, I'm gonna be so excited.
Yeah. So between now and part 2 of this, I imagine we're gonna be in a little bit different state of mind.
Or
We'll
maybe
see.
we'll be done and in a vehicle.
Yeah, part 2 might be us on a gurney being transported. Well, let's power walk up this. What are we trying to be, heroes?
I was. I actually feel better running up this than downhill after so long, because
I'm
downhill,
a downhill guy.
downhill hurts after a while. I've definitely not been training enough on downhill. I could tell that today.
And yet, last week when we did our long training run, as soon as we started bombing downhill, I had to throw in the towel.
Yeah.
Man, in our last few episodes, I've just been pooping. We had to stop at a Starbucks last week, where Spud did meet a guy who knew Carl Metzler,
Which was really cool.
which is cool. But
I was like, what?
okay, well, don't forget, that's Spud. I'm Joey. Man, in case you're ever wondering who is just blowing it up during the show, it's Spud. I mean, I have no room to talk today. I blew it up in the bathroom.
Joey just leaves to go do it, and I do it right here because I'm not ashamed.
Well, it's just amazing that all of your farts are so audible.
Yeah.
You know, like I've done it on the show. Just mine don't sound like, you know, like a cannon going off underwater, you know?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, one quick thing I want to just touch on before we end the show is, you know, when you're running a marathon, you have to stop and go poop, and it just feels like you have to wipe forever.
Yep.
But then you realize that you remember, like, oh yeah, I got Body Glide down there.
I got Vaseline.
Sweat.
I got
got all the goods. So
Yeah.
it might not even be poop. So you have to check the toilet paper, y'all. Have to check the toilet paper. You'll hear on this episode that it probably sounded like I was wiping my butt for like a half an hour.
You can't.
And then
hear
it
that
dawned
stuff.
on me, like, oh, maybe I should check, because you know, it's probably all the Body Glide that I lubed
Yeah,
myself
we can
up
edit
with.
that out, so I wouldn't have even brought that up.
That was a great segment of the show.
Yeah.
We're leaving it.
Yeah.
That might have been the funniest thing
Highlight?
we've done on Run with Mojo
Oh, wow.
yet.
This is a hill.
We're going up over the top of this MFR. So
Oh, okay.
we do a half marathon every year called the Immigration Half. It starts at Mountain Dell Golf Course over there, and it goes straight up this MFing hill. This is a massive climb. Well, it's a good thing we're not recording this, because we're gonna be
This is
struggling.
when we start for the
Wow.
pain cave.
Wow. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much.
We'll be back.
Tune in for part 2 of this episode, and
We promise it'll be worth it.
we'll take you the last. We might even try to get you an hour and a half of the finish. So, yeah, tune back in, see what type of state of mind we're in. Time for me to put my headphones on, because I do not like talking to Spud unless it's
But I
for
didn't bring my
financial
headphones
gain.
because I thought we were gonna hang out.
Yeah, that's okay.
That sucks.
Just kidding. I won't put my headphones on. I might put one ear in. But thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, follow, tell friends, refer people. Just be less bored on a treadmill. So easy.
Yeah, and
Use
also
us.
like come use us for real estate because we're so fun to hang out
Well,
with.
you do that too. If you need any kind of real estate information in Utah, hit us up. Or like I said, follow us. Make your next treadmill run
Less sucky.
less sucky. Less sucky. Well said.
Yep.
Okay, this is the Come Run With Us project. If we're not running, we're coming. No,
If we're not running,
that's a good tagline. We're gonna make t-shirts. Okay, Uncrustable t-shirts, and if we're not running, we're coming t-shirts.
come run with us project.
Come Run With Us project. We love you all. Peace out.